for this. And there's very quick upward mobility. So you're really only interested in short-term production results. What would you do with that machine? High gear.
Run it all the time.
Run it all the time. No PC, no maintenance. Why? That's downtime. That's costs. Just keep that baby running constantly. More and more and more golden eggs. Now you're promoted because there is such quick upward mobility. The growth is just enormous in that organization. Then the next new manager of the machine comes on the scene. By this time, the machine is broken down because of no PC. So he's got to do PC work, maintenance work, repair work. So his costs go like this, and his production goes like this. My cost went like this, and my production went like that. I wrote black ink, he wrote red ink. So what do we say about my successor? Oh, what a loser. Really. I mean, while you were there, profitable. As soon as you left, unprofitable. What about our bodies? How many here have the regular practice of a good exercise program? How many know you should? Well, ultimately, what will happen? The immune system can be weakened, make you vulnerable to all kinds of other diseases. What about the mind? What about the development of the mind? Constant learning. You can become so obsolete so fast if you don't pay the price on a daily basis to stay abreast of your own field and at least some working conceptual knowledge of how that relates to the other fields out there. Can you see why effectiveness with one's self, with body, mind, and spirit is a PC balance? With any physical assets, with even financial assets? How many have gone for the golden eggs from time to time in your life where you started to spend the principal instead of the interest? How many have ever done that? That is, you want to live a little higher on the hog, so you dip into the principal, the fund, see, the investment, rather than living on the interest, so that you can have more of what you want now. The whole idea of denying yourself, of subordinating it, of the discipline it takes to save before you spend, instead of to spend and then be forced to save. And that can then be a seedbed to other human interaction problems, or the in-law problems, or any other tender, sensitive areas. That's when you start to realize the goose has died, or is dying. It's sick. The same thing in a marriage relationship. You may have a situation like I saw a while back with the Young Presidents Organization and their families. Very successful person. Went from nothing to worth hundreds of millions of dollars and had a totally bankrupt family. And the question was asked, was this person truly successful? To use our language, effective? Well, in the business sense, maybe you'd say yes. But in the total sense, in terms of what really matters on one's deathbed, you'd probably say no. PC production capability was utterly neglected in the marriage or in the family. Can you see why effectiveness at home is a PC balance? What about business? What happens when you neglect the PC of business? Say with a customer. Think.
Lose that customer.
Okay.
That customer's going to tell others, and then you're going to lose everyone that she or he has influence over.
It's why you cannot afford to lose a customer. Without any question, the most powerful advertising is word of mouth. People just accept it like that. That doesn't mean that you just give the customer everything. It means that you try to create a win-win situation so that on balance, what the customer wants and your capacity to keep producing for that customer, your PC, is in alignment, and they're balanced together. I remember a clam chowder house that literally was so popular that you could hardly get near the place from about 11 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock. People would not only buy it for their lunch, they would buy a big bucket of it for their dinner and take it home. It was so good. It was just so popular. New management came in. No one knew about the change of management. Same name and everything else, but they watered down the clam chowder. Now, the bottom line, guess what happened for a month or so? It just zoomed like this. Why? They save all that cost, all that expense, and the quality put into the clam chowder. But eventually, it liquidated the loyalty of their customer base. Liquidated it. Little by little, the goose died. They tried to recover it, but by that time, there was a violation that had taken place with the public. Many would not even go back. They didn't trust him anymore. They wouldn't even believe those who said it was the same clam chowder as before. They felt violated. It's so often the case in human organizations that you can liquidate human resources by practices that focus on desired results, production of desired results, but neglects production capability. What about the employee who serves the customer? How can you neglect the PC with that person? Cut out training, cut out institutional advertising, cut out research and development.